Welcome back. My name is Teresa and I'm very much
hands. Hi, how are you?
I have an awful garbage filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised. But if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to X out the video here, no harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. I'm excited for today's video. Why? Because we have so many things to show you. Oh boy, you are going to be so excited. First of all, I'm really excited about today's video because I get to collaborate with one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, Badtothebrow. If you don't know Millie, you're living under a rock. She is literally an angel sent from Multichrome heaven. Her content is all things shiny, shifty, and sparkly, but mainly focuses on indie makeup. Hands down, she is the best channel if you're looking to get into multichromes. Why? Because she shows you swatches, comparisons, does her homework, and she's so concise. I love her content. Not only is she knowledgeable, but she's incredibly honest about products. She knows how to capture their essence on video. I feel like I always say, I wish you can see the shaft and blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, the camera's not picking it up. I don't know how Millie has found the secret of properly documenting the multichrome in the wild, but just for that, she deserves an award. Here's your award. Now, Millie has this fantastic series on her channel called Multichrome Monday, and in that series, she also makes recommendations for specific colors. As I am a bog queen, she reached out and asked me if I had any green recommendations. And boy howdy, I do. So please go check out Millie and tell her I said hi. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you some of my recommendations. Keep in mind, I ain't Millie. So if you want the type of swatch porn that requires you to smoke a cigarette after, Millie will provide that magic. I am more of like an adequate at best lover, okay? I'm nothing to write home about. You're gonna notice a theme here, all right? I'm a clown that usually purchases the same color multichrome over and over again. I wish I had a better explanation on why I do this, but I don't. Some say I wasn't hugged enough as a child, while others call me an idiot. So please excuse a lot of overlap. It's comical at this point, and I wish I was being facetious when I say that. But I think when it comes to green multichromes, there isn't a lot of variety. It's either very blue-green, or maybe green-yellow, green-purple, or sometimes you kind of get that rare red-orange green. But overall, a lot of the shit looks the same, but upon closer examination, you do see some minor differences. And lastly, I decided to also talk about nail polish in today's video, because I don't think a lot of people know that multichrome nail polish exists. And I do have a few that are really, really fucking awesome. So without further motherfucking ado, welcome to the swatch porn of my favorite green multichromes. Okay, so I zoomed you in a little bit and you're gonna see my hands in full force, and yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm fat. It's just so porky up here. I want to talk about a couple of brands that I like really love, and I want to start with the best in my opinion, and that is from Clionadh Cosmetics. Yes, this is a ColourPop palette, don't judge me. Okay, it's a Year of the Ox, bitch. All right, well that was last year, but you know what I mean. And I want to talk about Devinah Cosmetics. These are the two brands, in my opinion, that have the smoothest and most opaque multichromes I've ever seen. I have quite a few brands that I'm going to show you today, but I think these are the ones that I keep coming back to time and time again. Not only is the swatch breathtaking, but I think they're the best in regarding opacity and longevity. So my favorite types of multichromes are the jeweled ones. They usually have a black base. These are the types that don't require you to have like any eyeshadow base when applying to the lid because they're so opaque. To me, they truly stand on their own, and since I have hooded eyes, I often apply this with glitter glue. One, to reduce any transfer, but to also stay on. And I kind of experience this with all multichromes, especially with hooded eyes. If I don't have any sort of sticky base, you know, after a few hours, they do wear off. So I find that applying it with a sticky base helps it stay. But not every multichrome is created equally, but I definitely think these are the best in regards to longevity. These and actually Lethal Cosmetics are the best. The other reason why I love them so much is, for me, these are pretty much like one and done shadows. You can blend them out to give you like a smoky look in the crease, especially because it has like that black gray base. I usually kind of just put a regular old matte in the crease and apply the multichrome all over the lid, and I just go about my day and it just looks absolutely fucking stunning. So I'm gonna start with Clionadh first because technically I have the most from Clionadh. So this is a little palette that I created. Clionadh shadows, yes, they're more on the expensive side, so I'll definitely pop down the price of like how much these range for, like right here. And I usually go ham when they do a restock, and they usually have some sort of like percentage off. So if you want to do the same thing, I would totally recommend you just like stalking their Instagram to see when the next restock is going to be in the next sale. Usually it's around the holidays, so kind of keep that in mind. Now this brand has a bunch of different finishes, and for the most part we're just going to be talking about two different different finishes. But I have to say, out of all the brands that we're going to talk about today, this is the brand that has the most finishes when it comes to multichromes. And I often think that this one that I'm going to talk about, which is the jeweled multichromes, is the thing that comes to mind for people when they think about multichromes. Now, yes, you will see it's like, yeah, a nice little gradient here. I tried to match it to how it looks like on the site because I am that bitch. And you'll see that some of the shades look kind of similar to each other. And you know what? They fucking do. I will say that Clionadh has a very comprehensive swatch list. So if you want to just see like the small differences between the two, like that's the best place to go. But when you look really, really close, you can see subtle differences between the shades. But I think at the end of the day, yes, you know, most of them are hard to see. So do you really need all of them? No, not necessarily. You should pick the one that tickles your pickle. So we're going to start up here. And this is the first shade. This is Weathered. Weathered shifts from antique gold, moss green, mint, silver. Patina shifts from gold lime, emerald to turquoise. Gargoyle shifts from a warm pewter, lime emerald, turquoise, indigo, and violet. Trefoil shifts from lime emerald, turquoise to blue. Anneal shifts from emerald turquoise, blue indigo to violet. Castle shifts from teal blue to indigo. And then you have Oculus that shifts from a turquoise, blue, violet, pink, red, orange, gold. It's pretty much just everything. But you're probably saying this looks a little bit more purple. And yeah, but I don't know, like I consider turquoise a part of the green family. I know it's like green and blue, but we're gonna call it green for today. Now the other two shades that I have here are considered vibrant multichromes. These are definitely brighter than the jeweled ones and they are way more sparklier. So Courtyard has a lime green base that shifts from a peach, lime to gold. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that because I feel like it's so light on my spooky hand. And then you have Heirloom that is on a teal green base that shifts from gold green to turquoise. So pretty. So the next brand I want to talk about is Devinah. Now, full disclosure, I do have an affiliated code with them. If you use the code GARBAGE, you can save some money off your order. Now, similar to Clionadh, Devinah has many different finishes, making it a lot of sparkly fucking eyeshadow. Now, I think their duochromes are some of the best, but my obsession lies with the Aurora Flare collection. Now, you're gonna see, yes, these are kind of similar to what I just showed you. So I would say, like, if you're looking for like the best of the best, you really can't go wrong with either brand. I feel like their quality is pretty similar. We're gonna start up here. Hemisphere is very similar to Clionadh's Gargoyle, where it just shifts a warm pewter lime, emerald, turquoise, indigo, violet. The next shade is Exosphere, and this is pretty much like every green shade imaginable, and it shifts from lime to teal. My absolute favorite. Chromosphere is probably one of the more unique ones to my collection. This one has a red orange flip to it and it's giving me evil alien queen vibes. I am obsessed. And this is very similar to Clionadh's Weathered, but this one leans more red. Then you have Borealis, which is a standard teal blue indigo, very similar to Castle. And then you have Polaris, which shifts from a turquoise, blue, violet, pink, red, orange, gold. Again, similarly to Oculus from Clionadh. Now, I do have these two down here, and I hesitate talking about them because I think they're discontinued, but I can see like the slight overlap from these two shades to the current Aurora Flare collection. So you have the first shade, which is Parthenos, and then you have the shade Phenomenon. If you are really into this one, Clionadh's Weathered is exactly the same. So moving on to MBA Cosmetics, I love their Chromalust shadows. I think they were one of the first few brands that I tried when I was getting into multichromes, and honestly, I feel like they just need more love. This brand doesn't get enough love in my opinion. They have a lot of pretty shit. While yes, you're gonna notice there are some, you know, core similarities between, well, technically all the multichromes I talk about today, but every brand kind of comes out with like the same shadows, right? Like it's just like the same core colors, but then they'll have like a few unique ones that they do throw in. Now, I have 5 that I want to talk about. One of them I believe is discontinued. 4 out of the 5 have a black base and one of them has a sheer base. So let's start with this one, which is Malevolent. So this one starts off as a teal and then shifts to like a blue purple. Then you have Infatuation, which starts off as like vibrant emerald green, shifts then to teal to purple. Then you have the shade Haunted, which this is the iridescent shade. This one shifts from a green to lavender purple. So fucking pretty. What's nice about these shades is that, yes, they do look subtle on their own, but over a darker base, that's when they truly shine. Then you have the shade Undine, which I believe this is the discontinued shade. And this one shifts from shades of like a gold green to turquoise blue. Kind of has that weathered feel to it. And then we have the last shade down here, which is Nefarious. Nefarious starts off as like a pinkish bronze and then it shifts through shades of gold to emerald green. Moving along, is it a recommendation video if I don't talk about Lethal Cosmetics? And much like Devinah, I do have a discount code with them, which is not affiliated, by the way, so if you do use the code garbage, you can save some money off. Anyway, they recently created Multichromes, and while they're not my absolute favorite formula of the land, I still think they're very, very good. And there are three in particular that kind of come to mind when I was thinking about my recommendations. One is a black-based Multichrome, my favorite, and the other two have lighter bases. So again, while you can see the shift on the lid, it's much more impactful when you have it over an existing shadow. So we're gonna start over here with Nebula. This is the one that has the black-based Multichrome. This is your run-of-the-mill Multichrome you've seen already 75 fucking times. This shifts from navy blue, teal, emerald green to lime green. The next one is FRB. This one shifts from like a tan, gold, lime green, turquoise to blue. I absolutely love this one. It's so fucking pretty. And then last but not least, we have Retrograde, which is this one right here. And this one is super interesting. This one shifts from like a tan, turquoise, blue, violet, red situation. So rounding out the eyeshadows, let's call this the clown palette because it's literally the same thing that you see over and over again. I wasn't even joking when I told you. I told you we have a very nice theme on this channel. Let me show you the same shit over and over again. So I'm gonna start with this side, which I tried to even put them in the same line because you could just see how fucking similar they are. We're gonna start with Terra Moons. The first one is a Mood Ring, which this one shifts from a green, teal, yellow, blue. And you know what, just for argument's sake, let me show you this one. I wasn't joking, y'all. This one is from JD Glow Cosmetics, and honestly, it's probably one of my favorites. It's Seaweed. Seaweed is just a fucking staple. This one has a grass green, lime green, teal, dark teal, and this is very similar to Exosphere from Devinah, which I'll even throw that one in just for a good laugh. I like what I like. I can't help it. But honestly, I think like out of all of them, like out of the three that I swatched, I would say if I were to rank them, I think Devinah and JD Glow I feel like are kind of like tied. But then they would be Terra Moons. And not to say that it's bad or anything, I think I just kind of prefer the formula of those two. But yeah, you see what I'm talking about? In theory, I probably should have been like, these are the best ones. But y'all know me. You know I'm a Libra. You know that I can't make up my fucking mind. And I'd rather just show you all of the same thing over and over again because that's what I love doing. The last green actually in this section is by Shine by SD Cosmetics, and this is the Ocean Dream. This one feels a little bit differently than the JD and the Terra Moons. It has a little bit more grit to it, but still looks exactly the same. I would say maybe this one is a little less opaque, but still very, very pretty, very, very sparkly. And then of course, the last two down here, which are kind of like, again, teal to purple. We have Looking Glass from Terra Moons, and then the next one is from JD Glow. Perhaps the JD Glow is just a little bit brighter than the Terra Moons. Again, saying that JD Glow is pretty much on par with Devinah compared to Terra Moons. But Terra Moons does make a solid chrome. So yes, there is a lot of color overlap amongst the group for sure. But I definitely think that the quality of all of these are, I would say, my favorite out of the ones that I have tried. I think if we're gonna rank them here, like I said, Clionadh and Devinah for me are like the top, followed by JD Glow, Lethal, MBA Cosmetics, then Terra Moons, and then SD. And the only reason for SD is because I only have one. I need to try more, so I would need to see like what the difference of formula is for other Multichromes, but these are all fucking solid. If you got any of them, you wouldn't be disappointed. And yeah, it's just kind of funny that I think when it comes to green, there really isn't a lot of variety. It's kind of the same shit over and over again, which kind of sucks because it just makes you wish that there were just more options for green, but I think this is pretty much it. Yeah. unless we kind of go more towards like this iridescent based ones, but still it just kind of has those moments of like teal and turquoise that just kind of runs rampant in these more like jeweled tone ones. So I don't know. In any case, I still love green multichromes. I think they're fucking fabulous, but I just wish there was a little bit more variety. So yeah, but before I end the video, I do want to talk a little bit about nail polishes. Now, I currently have my nails done because, you know, it's Easter, like happy Easter, y'all. But there are 3 nail polishes that I think that are like just really interesting and kind of cool to look at. The first one is from Holo Taco, and I'm going to try to like put a picture right here so you can see what the shift is. I really do love Holo Taco. I think they make really nice nail polishes, but my favorite thing that they ever released was the Multichrome bundle. That whole bundle is amazing. Highly recommend it if you can. Check it out, definitely for sure. This is the shade Chameleon Coat. This one shifts from like a metallic green, gunmetal to bronze. Beautiful. And depending on how the light hits your nails, it changes color. And what I love about this is that this one doesn't require a darker base. So you can just put this on over like your base coat and you're good to go. You don't need to like layer it with like a black nail polish, which that's what I don't like about sometimes with nail polish, especially like the multichrome or shifty ones. Like you need to have like a darker base. And sometimes like having too much nail polish for me, like it's just annoying, and it usually comes off faster because there's too many coats. This one, like 2 coats, you're good to go. So that's why I like this one. And then another brand that I really fucking love is Polish Me Silly. And much like Holo Taco, you don't need to put these on a darker base. They're incredibly opaque after 2 coats. And so the first one, this one's actually my favorite. This one is Emerald City Glow. So this goes from like a bright green, rust, gold, bronze, and teal. It kind of has like that weathered kind of a look. Something about like green to red, I think is just really pretty. And this one does an amazing job at that. Plus when you look at it in the sun, like, ooh, bitch, it fucking shifts in all the right places. This one's awesome. And then you have Dreamer, which is kind of like, you know, the standard like blue, green, turquoise multichrome. This one shifts from like a Kelly green to like a sea blue. This one's also very pretty, but I feel like a little bit more common than say like the green to red flip. So yeah, these are all really amazing. And I totally recommend checking out more like indie nail polish companies. I don't find a lot of mainstream brands doing multichromes, and it's probably because it's like super expensive, but these I feel like are adequately priced. These are fucking fantastic. With that said, these are like my recommendations for all green multichromes, whether they are nail polish or an eyeshadow. This is a little bit of a different kind of a video for me, so like I don't really do a lot of swatch videos. So if you are interested in kind of seeing something similar to this in the future, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to do so. But in any case, this was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to check out Millie's video. I'll make sure to link that down in the description. And again, go tell her hi. Go shower her with love, y'all. She is fucking fantastic. She is a motherfucking gem, all right? In the sea of YouTube bullshititude, she's amazing. Love on her. Anyway, now I want to hear from y'all. Let me know down below, what are your favorite green multichromes? I'm so curious to know because I'm always on the quest for finding new things. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. To all my beautiful, wonderful patron bubbies, thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really nasty garbage boat afloat. I couldn't do without you, and I love your adorable little delicious faces. If you want to know what's currently on my nails, which I believe this is Essie actually, everything will be listed in the description box below, along with all of these products. And with that said, I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.